So Lionel, what is the fourth trait of digital fluency?
Using online tools to find information, answer questions, or solve a problem, and thinking about whether a source is accurate or not.
It seems like online research is something everyone I know already does.
Yes, and that's part of the problem. We all engage in it, but are we aware of the potential pitfalls and areas that we can fall into where there's information out there that's not credible and we just believe it for what it is?
Jonas, I see you nodding along. Do you have some experience that you'd like to share with that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm on the internet. There's a ton of that. Usually when I'm trying to find information, I'll start with a Google search, which is like a great way to begin. We say Wikipedia is a good place to start to find info as well. But you do have to check that kind of stuff. There was a time, not necessarily finding information, but I was on the job hunt for the first time. And I started in person because I knew that was a thing. You go to places and no one was really hiring. So I started searching on the internet. I went to like Monster, Indeed, Snag a Job, the different job hosting websites. And I ended up finding one that sounded actually almost like it sounded too good, and maybe kind of a pyramid scheme. So I wanted to look into it, and I found a website called Glassdoor, which is literally a website for employees to review their employers and say, if there's some stuff going on you should know about, or if they're really good. And I found, there's some pretty balanced reviews. The place sounded okay, but then there were a few reviews on either end that were either completely knocking the place down or making it sound even more too good to be true. I ended up finding that some of those reviews weren't necessarily providing accurate information, or some of them might not even have been actual employees. It was a little hard to say.
Can you talk a little bit more about what you can do to find out if something is credible or not credible when you're online?
Oh, sure, yeah. And a lot of it is I'll cross-check stuff. So if I question something, it is really a gut feeling a lot of the time. Like you'll feel if something doesn't feel right. I'll search that statistic because if I question it, odds are somebody else already has, and there might be an answer in a message board somewhere for if it is in fact true or not. In this case, it was the accounts that I was kind of questioning. I was wondering if these were real people, if these were people who didn't already have an agenda or a bias with it. So like the reviews that were really good saying this is the best place ever to work. One of the accounts I remember had been created just like a couple days prior or the day of, and had posted 4 reviews to different areas of the company, all saying relatively the same thing. I was like, okay, this doesn't seem like something that I should trust here. But on the other hand, the ones that were saying that this was a terrible place, they were saying things like, it was a sales job. It was like a knife kit that you would sell the knives from, and they wanted the place was saying they wanted a deposit from you, and it was like it's a pyramid scheme. They're trying to take your deposit money and and get all your friends to do it too. And I looked at it, and there was no deposit. They hadn't done a deposit for like 4 years, so they were giving outdated information to try to deter people from working here. I did end up taking the job, and it wasn't bad. It was fine.
Well, it's great you were able to do that amount of research, and also it sounds like you do have developed your ability to be able to tell whether or not something is credible or not. You mentioned a gut feeling. So Lionel, what is something people can do who don't really have that gut feeling and ability yet to see if it's credible or not? How can they check?
Well, it's a skill set, so that means it can be developed. What you want to do is try to be mindful of what are these companies conveying. What do they want me to buy into? Do they cite specific information that kind of alludes to what you will be doing? Are their statistics sound? Are the numbers that they're using, do they connect with, is there sound reasoning behind the numbers? Or is it just to sort of give you a sense that they're doing better than they are? You kind of have to just look for clues and try to do cross-checking, sort of like Jonas mentioned earlier. It's important to try to find additional information through online searches and just be sure to put yourself in the position of asking questions. That's always helpful.
Can you think of other clues that a website or article you found online wasn't reliable? Find a partner and brainstorm together to make a list of reliability red flags.